be heavier and obviously a lot larger, so you get a sense of how big it is. And the pole will also be much taller at 16 feet, so it's quite a different thing that we use. So here you have it. 5 rings. Here we go.
Hold it right up against the actual size. You get a better perspective. Right. So as much as I'm looking forward to this amazing event, I'm really quite aware that I'm doing this on behalf of all of the citizens of Canada and Whistler and Vancouver. There's going to be in Vancouver a week of celebrations around this event. And remember, this is the countdown for Vancouver's Olympiad. And we're going to have a number of things that will go on in Vancouver. They include a street party at Library Square for the closing ceremonies. There will be free skating at all city facilities. We'll be raising the flag at City Hall. The Olympic flag will fly over City Hall. And there will be a ceremonial lighting of the Lipshook in English Bay. So this flag will signal the beginning of Vancouver's Olympiad, and that will be the countdown. And it's such an honor. The spotlight of the world will be on the city, and I am going to be telling the world what amazing citizens we have in the city. And I know there's been a lot of attention from people with disabilities. I'm getting emails from people in Europe who are very excited about the awareness of disability issues that this will bring to people around the world. And it's going to be a pretty powerful statement about the fact that people with disabilities can participate in every part of life, and that we need to be more aware, we need to be more accepting and accessible. I know the cities of Europe, the very old cities, and there's a lot of accessibility issues around that, and we need to bring those issues up. And I'm looking forward to carrying that message and carrying the message too of a citizenry in Vancouver that is so progressive and so thoughtful that they can look beyond disability to ability, and that's going to be a powerful message to the world.
Has it sunk in for you yet, Sam, how big this moment's going to be?
Well, seeing those clips were fairly intimidating. I'm starting to wonder.
Part of the training.
My first worry was, what if there's a big gust of wind? I mean, I don't want to end up on my face in front of the world. I'm trying to avoid those kinds of things.
Well, to that end, the question, you've done this work here, I suppose 2 questions. One, have you test driven it? Does it actually work? And secondly, the engineers make sure that the diameter of the pole that's going to go in there is smaller than the one, because you'd hate to get up on the stage and discover that you got the wrong diameter.
The one thing that we realize is that we're not going to know everything until we actually get there. And there are so many things that could go wrong. We actually don't have the flag. We're not going to actually have the flag until we actually get there. And so we're thinking about those things. Our engineers and the volunteers from the community groups have thought about almost every contingency, and we'll be ready for whatever they can throw at us.
Have you test driven it over with a 16-foot pole?
No. Well, we've tested some versions of that, but we can never be sure that what we get when we get there is actually what we think we'll get.
So one way or the other, he's going to get that flag into that hole right there.
Did the IOC raise any concerns about you accepting the flag?
Well, they were quite astounded, quite frankly, that there is a mayor in Wiltshire, and who, in my kind of disability, I don't have any finger motions at all, finger muscles that work in my hand, so I couldn't hold that flag. So how are we going to get around that? And this is, to me, just another another one of the various problems that I've run into in my life, and I just think it through. There was a suggestion that maybe somebody else could do it for me, and I said that's not the way I've ever dealt with things in my life. I will do it myself. I will find a way around this problem.
And that being said, is the IOC thinking of using you in a bigger role for the Paralympic Games?
They were very insistent that I be there for the Paralympics. The symbolism is just too hard to let go.
With the fact that you are make the Paralympic bigger and more visible here in Vancouver.
I hope so. My goal is to support the athletes, whether they be with disabilities or people who are able-bodied. And I want to really focus the attention of the world on the incredible athletes that we have who have.
Could you tell us more a little bit about the reaction to people in you, or people in Torino, that in Vancouver you have been team for centuries, but for those you coming in your wheelchair, were they shocked, surprised, amazed?
There are some interesting stories about people who are organizing this, who have people with disabilities in their family, who aren't involved in the community at all. And there are areas of the world where this is considered not normal. It was quite astounded that not only would we have a citizen who's involved, but actually the mayor, the first citizen of the city, is coming who has a disability. And I have had certain people in Vancouver question the wisdom of sending Vancouver's worst fear to but I've ignored that concern. I've always done, and I will be proceeding with pride to represent our city.
And the IOC is very positive. The reaction, obviously, this is something that's different for them, but they were very excited about it, and there was an immediate move to make sure that we could make this all work and organize the logistics inside of Torok. It's an enormous organization that's getting ready to stage the games. Their reaction was immediate to try to make sure that the staging was right, and so that the access to the stage was perfect, and this could be a seamless transition. So it's been very positive, and the IOC, it's an opportunity to drive their own agenda on accessibility. The IOC would want every one of the venues, they want sport to be accessible for all, and I think Sam his participation is an opportunity for them to drive that message a little bit further.
Sam, as we saw on the screen, after accepting the flag wave, can you give us somewhat of a demonstration of what you might do? And also, it looked like one of the participants carried it off the stage. What happens to the flag once you get it?
Well, first of all, I've got to confess, we haven't got this all down pat. It's not certain the way I'm going to do this. So there's some things to work out because there are issues, logistical issues around where I'll be and the height and such. So I do want to do something that will be memorable. So I'm working. I don't want it to be memorable in the bad way.
No dress rehearsal today.
I've seen in previous council swearing-in where you've actually been able to raise your body up with the use of your hydraulics. Are you considering doing that on the stage?
No, that's a special chair that is only designed to do that, and I can't do anything else.
Right. This chair will be going.
This is the chair.
How are you getting this to Torino? Obviously, it's being flown, but you're riding it?
Yeah, I'm riding it all the way. My chariot.
When do you actually get there, Simon? How much practice time will you have?
Well, I'll get there on the 20th. Oh, sorry, 21st, I believe. No, sorry, the 22nd. And but there's a lot of interest in the international media about my story and about Vancouver. And there is a rapid rapidly filled up schedule of media interviews the entire time. So I will want to be very pleased to deliver the message. So what a great city Vancouver is, the quality of life that we have here, and the inclusiveness of the city. A city that would be so inclusive that they would be able to vote a person with a significant disability as their mayor.
We'll take one more question here, folks, from Jim, and then we'll wrap up.
During your time in Fern, Torino, what do you want to observe, or what do you want to take in that you think can apply to a Vancouver host game 4 years later?
Oh, there is so much. All of the logistics around the Olympics, we need to know. We've got a good team of staff going there, and we need to know about the logistics, how to make sure that we can pull this off in a very successful way. Because remember, the eyes of the world will be on Vancouver, and it has to go well. This is our image, this is who we are to the world, and it is Canada's representation to the world. So I've asked in my inaugural speech, when the world arrives in 2010, what kind of city do they want to find? And I believe that when the world does arrive, they will find that the world's already here. We have the most amazing, diverse city in the world, and we're a city that is inclusive of everyone. Everyone should feel a part of the city. Everyone can contribute, and everyone can aspire to the highest office.
Does it mean you're going to be candidate as mayor at the next election?
Monsieur, je peux pas vous répondre maintenant.
Before we break up, I just wanted to ask, does everybody get the photo? Do we need to restage the photo op?
I wouldn't mind
Okay, we'll do the photo op really quickly one more time, and then we'll break for one-on-ones.
Oh, okay, so we
Okay?
can do one-on-one.
Yes. What I'll do, John, when we start,